Jason's first flight, and he's learning the hard way. Red alert at Terminal 2.
We're evacuating.
And the lads determined to go mad in Ibiza.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you commute some exotic booth on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
It's 8 a.m. At Manchester Airport, the Santo Domingo flight is about to close.
We're still 2 passengers missing, and we're just waiting to see if they turn up. And if not, me and Denise are going.
On the tarmac, turnaround is complete.
If the flight closes, we will let the
Sorry, to get lost. No, traffic.
Where's your husband?
He's just parking the car.
And Faya. We can't do anything until your husband's here, I'm afraid. The aircraft's due to depart.
Britannia only fly to Santo Domingo from Manchester once a week. Miss this and you miss your holiday.
Shall I just look out and have a look?
Yeah, just go and see if you can see him at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Passenger Service Officer Pat Baines has to make sure the aircraft leaves on time.
lovely. So we are down by 2.
They're here. Has he got the boarding cards?
All right.
Have you got your boarding cards and everything? Right,
I'll bring
okay.
these LRPs here.
Just hang fire, she's going to come through with you so that you can...
If they can get them down now, then we'll take them. Otherwise, it's a chance. I mean, we've still got passengers boarding, thankfully.
Excuse me. Right. Excuse me, please.
These holidaymakers have been lucky. Yankee Charlie leaves with a full load. Pat's worked at the airport for 3 years, but she dreams of becoming a stewardess.
I would like to fly, something I've always wanted to do. The boys, well, still need me, but not as much, not in the same way. And I think it's time for Mum to start to spread her wings. So I'm going to go for it.
They're taking care of you.
What would we do?
In the crew room, trainees Aaron and Jason have made it. It's time for their first flight as fully trained cabin crew. And Jason is getting a first day tip from BJ.
Look, handle, look.
I know. No, it doesn't go up.
Yes, it does. Now wheel it.
I can't. I'll carry it like this.
Have you seen this? Look. That's how you do it.
No, I can't, honestly. It makes me go red when I
Oh,
do
is this
it.
the sexuality thing?
Well, I don't know what it is, but
Yeah,
it's
I
just
know
like
it is.
It's just like a firm breast carry.
I don't know, I don't understand.
37,000 feet up, and the new boys are hard at it.
Aaron, this tropical fruit juice, is it in a carton, or is it just orange juice?
Sorry?
The pina doradas. Is it orange juice?
Pina colada?
Pina doradas, doradas. Is it orange juice?
Go down and see them.
Right, be back in 1 second.
This lady was off to drink, and she said, "Oh yes, I'll have a schnapps, please." And this steward said, "I'm very sorry, madam, we don't carry schnapps." So she said, "What do you mean you don't carry schnapps? We've just left Austria." So we said, "Well, we left Luton this morning, we don't sell Vauxhall cars either."
At breakfast in the front cabin, Jason's about to fall prey to the tradition of playing a joke at the expense of the first-timer.
You didn't talk them today?
No. Yeah, I've been walking up and down the cabin and I haven't seen that many nice girls at the moment, unfortunately. Most of them come along with couples. So I'm a bit out of luck. Hoping for the return flight though.
Back on the ground, the press are onto a story. At Britannia's head office in Luton, press officer Kelly Radley is fielding calls.
What's the matter, Kelly? What's the hurry?
There's a lizard on an aircraft. It's like 5 inches long, and there's like so many media inquiries about it. You wouldn't believe. So I've just been down to Ops to get some info, sort of phoning people back. Thanks.
In Manchester, the plane is being cleaned.
Hi, I'm just phoning back with regards to the gecko on an aircraft. The flight was returning from Barbados to Manchester, and row 7 reported seeing the lizard on board. No, I'm sure the geckos were scared of us, and we are a bit.
The lizard needs to be found in case it finds its way into the plane's electrics. Rob, the engineer, has been called in to sort out the problem. The cleaners leave. Lizard hunting isn't part of their job description.
You've got to either find it, kill it, or disinsect the aeroplane or fumigate it. So they couldn't actually find it.
Well, we're just cleaning the aircraft and we were just told there was a lizard on board, but it's nothing to do with us, really. What happens to the lizard?
This is a job for the fumigators.
They've got a tank of fumigation gas. And what they're going to do, they're going to put a hose in through the electronics bay hatch up into the cabin. And then we'll shut the aeroplane up and they'll pump the gas in.
The gas is lethal to all forms of life, including human.
It's a perforated plastic hose, and they run this tube down the length of the aircraft. And the gas inflates it, and it just leaches out into the cabin. And the aircraft's sealed. They leave it in here for about 4 hours. So they're almost ready now. They're just tying it up so it gives the best spread. And we better get out of the way before we get poisoned.
The gas is ready. The plane is sealed. And so is the fate of the lizard. "15 miles up the motorway, preparations are underway for a lads-only trip to Ibiza. Andy Proctor's going for the club scene.
Andrew used to come on holiday with us when he was younger, and I'm quite surprised that he's going off to abroad, really, because the wife and I have never been abroad, and usually we spend our holidays in the islands of Scotland, where Andrew used to come with us, and we also used to go into Wales as well.
Next then, T-shirt.
His best mate, Andy Gorman, lives down the road.
Put that one in there. That's one you had before we got you from London. And this one.
We're going to have to do this right, because
they won't go in.
It won't go in.
Probably rain over there anyway.
Yeah, it was 35 degrees, man.
Rubbish.
What?
We'll be in Wales, in sunny Wales, and he'll be there, and it'll be pouring down.
I'm going where the sun shines brightly. I'm going where the sea is blue. I've seen it in the movies, and let's see if it's true.
Can you start off by putting your hand luggage on the scales one by one for me? Any bags over 5 kilos will need to be separated, all right?
Ever seen it like it in your life? The brittle toaster.
Pat's interview for the stewardess job is next week, and she wants to get home early in time to prepare.
I know it's Saturday. I know I want to get off tonight.
But tonight, things aren't going to plan. The office and check-in areas have been evacuated. More than 500 people are affected.
Quite scary. It's never happened to us before.
Breakless alarm actuated flagship restaurant.
Just been a break glass actuated in the kitchen. We responded as normal, and it just turned out to be a false alarm.
Relief all round, and the Ibiza flight boards on time. The lads have even had time to get to duty-free.
Thank you. Where are we sitting, Rob?
Well, it's unfortunately your worst nightmare. It's A night Ibiza, Saturday night, when I should be going out. And I'm working, unfortunately. So, I'll expect young, happy, merry, very merry passengers. So, could be potentially difficult.
We've got 2 bottles of brandy, bottle of Southern Comfort, bottle of Jack Daniels, and a bottle of Quizavier or something. Some posh cognac. Posh? Proctor said it was nice, so I thought, well, we'll buy a bottle, eh? The thing won't even shut now. Whoa!
Dave Law, it's important.
For Pat, the night's not over.
Pat's Dave Blower.
Good evening, gorgeous. We have a little problem. Got a passenger that's lost his passport.
19-year-old Ray Livingston should be flying to Mallorca, but somewhere between check-in and the departure gate, he's lost his passport.
Where's he gone running down to?
I told him to go and check the toilets, see if it's in
Have you
there.
checked his bag completely?
Yeah, we've checked the bags twice, Pat.
You've emptied everything?
Ray's search has proved fruitless.
Just wondering if he's slipped through immigration, you know, sometimes there's a big queue, they might have missed him.
I don't suppose any of your gentlemen have
radio.
picked it up at all, have they?
I'm just wondering whether it's in your hold all by chance.
I thought, but then I was thinking, how could I get through passport control? Because surely I would have got knocked back at passport control.
Because it can happen when you've shown your passports and everything.
But none of them showed the passport through passport control.
Did you show your passport through passport control?
Ray's only hope is that he didn't show his passport at passport control, but put it in his hold-all, which is now buried deep inside the plane.
I mean, we can't go. You see, can't go if we've got our passport, can't go. What we're going to do? Yeah.
Finding the bag will take time and cause an even longer delay, but it's Ray's last hope.
Responsible is a good word, that's how I'm kind of feeling.
At Manchester Airport, the baggage handlers must find and unload 1 bag out of 250.
Exactly.
Ray Livingston has lost his passport. It looks like he's lost his holiday too.
Is that one of yours, boss?
That's the one. And if it is going to be here, it will be here.
Following flight at WW2564 to Dallas. Ladies and gentlemen, the third coaches have departed.
The baggage is reloaded and Ray is on his way.
Excuse me.
Almost.
Have you forgot something now? Money in your traveller's check. Go on, have a nice holiday.
There's 40 Alice traveller's checks.
Holiday mode, it happens all the time. Switch off. As they say, what's that saying? The light's on but nobody's in.
The last flight is away.
What do you fancy doing now? Busbies?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
G&T before bedtime.
Yeah, right.
We got in 4 o'clock this morning. Yeah, I've not slept.
In Ibiza, the lads are already in the thick of the action.
Excuse me.
On his return flight, BJ's had reports of 2 abusive passengers.
You've been drinking, haven't you?
Yeah, we're not too bad.
No, I don't mind. You can have as many drinks as you want, except that, did you know it's illegal to be drunk on board an aircraft?
Really? We're not too drunk.
No, I didn't say you were, but I'm just saying...
We want to relax us.
Yeah,
flight,
sure.
like.
But did you know that?
No, I didn't really, to be honest.
Right, okay. It's also not our policy to accept people who use foul language.
Oh, no.
If there's any reports of any bad language, if there's any trouble between you and your friends...
No, not at all.
Hang on.
Yeah, go on.
We stop where we can.
Yeah.
You 2 get off. Your friends get off.
Yeah.
You'll probably be met by the police.
Yeah.
You'll probably be put in a foreign jail. And you'll be asked to make your own way home. They've had so much I mean, technically, possibly we shouldn't be carrying them, but I don't think they're going to be abusive. I don't think they're going to be troublemakers. They're going to sit there and they're going to sleep.
Just relax. Just relax on them. Go to sleep, really.
And sleep they do.
Hooligan.
Back in Ibiza, Andy Proctor's found himself a girlfriend. His mates aren't impressed.
Complete holiday romance. Not shut up about her. Always going on about her. They've exchanged phone numbers and all sorts. Which is a bit sad, really, isn't it?
The two Andys are having very different holidays.
I'm looking forward to going on, but Proctor's on about staying next season, doing the season out here because he's loved it so much. He's been here twice now. I've had enough, though. Spending too much money. On Deer Island, this is.
Andy and Caroline have become inseparable.
Oh, you big.
The day of Pat's stewardess interview has arrived. Husband Paul is on hand for moral support.
It's something that you want for a long time, and then when the actual moment comes, you start panicking a little bit, wondering whether you have actually got the attributes that are required.
There is no time limit on this exercise, but experience has taught us it's...
Over one long day, candidates sit exams and are weighed, measured and assessed.
All right. OK, go ahead and good luck.
The first test is the most feared. It's maths.
It's a long time since I sat down and did any exams. I'm not too bad on the multiple choice, but I think anything to do with maths. You know, it wasn't my best subject at school, but when you've given a length of time and you're doing it as a test, you sort of just look and think, oh, good grief, you know, it's a long time since I did any of this.
I wanted to get the job so much because she'd be so disappointed if she doesn't get the job. The last 2 days have been just a bag of nerves.
Thanks. I think I've blown it. I really feel so nervous today. It's terrible. I'm really not happy. I don't know whether it's because I just can't calm down, or I just not like me. I've tried to think back to how I am at work, and I'm trying to relate that, but whether it's come over, I don't know. Whether I'm overreacting, I just don't know, but I am so wound up, and I wish I wasn't today. So, chaps, I think I'll have a coffee. All right.
I just got through the maths.
Just slip your shoes off for me.
Cabin crew must stand 5'2", and their weight must fall within strict limits.
That's fine, thank you. OK, that's fine.
OK.
Yeah. OK.
There's one more paper to test whether Pat has the right personality for the job. She's the last to finish. It's time for Pat to learn her fate.
Right. Would the following people come with me, please? That's Pat Baines, Mandy Booth, Farah Bowen, Sonia Jaspel, Nick Papworth and Samantha Wagg, please. Just like to follow me this way, please. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 6 of you. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I have some bad news for you, everybody. On this occasion, we're unable to process your application any further with Britannia. I'd like to thank you at this point for all the enthusiasm. Have you any idea what perhaps let you down?
Oh, I just knew straight away when I started. I just didn't feel comfortable at all.
It was your height. It was your height. You know, we have the minimum restriction.
She's missed out by a fraction of an inch.
I'm so annoyed it's my height.
Yeah.
I really, really am. I've got so much to give, and
I know. And that's what makes it hard. I'm filling up myself now. I'm so sorry. I would love to have been able to say yes to you, but when it encroaches on the safety and with the minimum height restrictions...
No, that's quite all right.
It's been a pleasure to meet you. It really has. All right.
Thank you.
OK. You take care.
I will.
All right.
Yep. There's something for me somewhere in Britannia, and I'll make sure there is.
Well, if you stretch by next March, come back to us.
I'll try. Oh, dear, I've got big boys as well.
Oh, no. How dare they?
6 foot long, good grief.
Pat's only hope is to find an airline who'll accept her at just under 5'2".
So bye.
Tonight the lads fly home. There's just time left for Andy to try and win the karaoke competition.
And them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die.
But back in Luton, trouble's brewing.
At the moment, all hell's breaking loose. We have a 757, which is technical in Naples, which is going to give us a big problem in Ibiza, because we have no aeroplanes to actually cover the Ibiza at the moment. Our standby aircraft is also broken, and our crew is rapidly running out of hours. The only other crews we have don't start until tonight, and they're all over the country. We're going to have to bring them all into Manchester to try and do something. That's assuming we can find an aeroplane.
Andy Gorman's still going strong.
There's only you in my life.
And so's Andy Proctor.
The only thing that's right.
Hello, crew report. Excuse me? So was that an emergency? Oh.
Sure enough, Andy's won.
I'm out of here. I've had enough.
For Chris, it's the end of a 12-hour shift.
I'll let you sort the rest of this mess out. Oh, look, an apple. Sheila, have my apple. I didn't get a chance to eat it. Good night, everyone.
And at Ibiza Airport, the knock-on delays are about to be felt.
At the moment, it's 3 hours, but apparently it's not left Manchester yet. So it could be anything up to about 7. I've looked at that one.
It's been a bit of a week, actually. We had a bit of a delay on Wednesday night as well, just 14 hours.
In this situation, most people opt for sleep.
The drinks and the food is so expensive in here. The seating is uncomfortable. So I would rather have been left at the hotel, because then I could have gotten a towel from reception and gone and had a wash. They're not going to give me a towel in here, are they?
Dawn in Ibiza. At 8 a.m, the plane finally lands, and the boys are on their way. These passengers won't cause any trouble. Pat is still looking for an airline with a lower height limit. Andy's holiday romance has blossomed. He and Caroline are now engaged to be married. And the lizard was finally found, trying to escape through an air vent. Next week, Gazza's on board. And Aaron's job is on the line.
And continuing tonight's viewing here on UTV, and The Bill is coming up next. Brookside is starting over on 4.